Hey, this is Kate from Daily Tarot Girl, and this is your weekly tarot card forecast reading. And for this reading, I'm using the Light Seer's Tarot by Chris Ann. And if you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. And if you're old here, if you've been here before, welcome back. I'm so glad you're here and that you're going to be listening to my reading. So let's begin with the first card. Now, my reading, I'm intending this to be kind of a generalized overview of the week ahead and just some of the energies and themes that will be coming our way so that we can prepare and make the most of things. So we've got the first card. Now it is a little windy, so you might hear a little bit of a breeze in this video. I'm outside of my deck. We've got the Eight of Wands for the beginning of the week. The Eight of Wands is really a card of speed and like focused intention. As you focus your intention, as you get clear on things begin to speed up. So if you've been feeling stagnant or stuck, the key to getting unstuck might actually be to set intentions and really focus your energy. And I can tell the wind's going to be annoying. So I feel like we'll be starting the week off there's a lot of potential here. There's almost like this explosive kind of energy with the Eight of Wands. So it might actually feel like things are speeding up and things are happening quite quickly. And the way in which you communicate is important. So sending off an email or a text, I guess no one writes letters anymore, but making a phone call, having a conversation, your communications will actually have a lot of impact at the beginning of the week, and they will kind of set things in motion. So you want to be really cautious and careful with how you word things so that you're saying what you mean and that you mean what you say. As we get into the middle of the week, so Wednesday, Thursday-ish, here we have the Devil. So we've got a major arcana card for midweek, and the Devil asks, how are you being played? Are you being manipulated or strung along in some way? Are you being lulled into complacency, or are you being sort of seduced into going along with someone else's plan? Does it feel like you don't have a lot of control? Do you feel like you're like this person on the strings, like a puppet being kind of played? The Devil asks you to examine all the ways in which you are giving away your power. Whoops. Okay. Bear with me here. I didn't really think this through. I didn't realize how windy it actually was till I got out here. Okay. So the Devil, when the Devil shows up in a reading, it's usually because you're giving away some of your power, you're giving away some of your freedom, and you're ready to take it back. Sometimes the Devil can represent addictions, cycles, habits that kind of keep you stuck and spinning your wheels. But I actually get a very seductive energy with this particular Devil card. He's very attractive. He seems to be offering something, like he's holding out his hand. He's like, come join me. And and you just look at him and his hypnotic eyes and his hair and his chest, and you would say, oh, okay, yeah, sure. So it's like this, it's like he has this way of like seducing you and kind of disarming you and lulling you into this state of agreement. So I feel like this card is kind of showing up for us midweek to say, be aware of this. Be aware of other people in your life kind of playing this role. And if that doesn't resonate with you, if that doesn't really make sense, just being more aware of, your addictions and habits that seem to be taking away some of your freedom and your power. It's time to look at those things and see them for what they are. Now, the card for the end of the week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we've got 10 of Swords. All right. So for the Ten of Swords for the end of the week, interesting. Okay. The woman in the Ten of Swords seems to be kind of looking to the future. And this Ten of Swords is very different from, like, in the Rider-Waite deck, we see 10 swords stuck in someone's back. And I often say that Ten of Swords can come up when we're feeling stuck, when we're feeling like we don't have a lot of options, or if we're just tempted to, like, give up and throw in the towel. And there's certainly, like, a very barren, almost a bleakness to this card. And what's important here, like, I think it represents feeling a little bit hopeless. So feelings of hopelessness might come up for you on the weekend. Hopefully not the whole weekend, but you might sort of get these moments where you're just feeling kind of hopeless and like, oh, what now? What's next? But there's also this energy of moving forward. We see the birds are all flying in a particular direction. And actually, I'm going to move my camera so that the sun isn't hitting these cards directly. Okay. Hold on, there we go. Okay, so yeah, so it's kind of these two energies. One feeling kind of bleak and hopeless, like you just want to give up, but then also this feeling of movement and moving forward, moving on from something. So to me, it feels like one chapter is getting ready to close. You might be wrapping up some loose ends, or it might not feel like you're wrapping up loose ends. It might feel more like you're sort of giving up and you're like, okay, I'm done with this chapter. Let's move on to something else. So there does feel like there's this energy of something coming to a close and getting ready to take the next step. Okay, so let's look at all of the cards together. There is this, like, with the Eight of Wands, it's like you're moving full steam ahead really quickly, like you're moving forward. And then the devil is like offering something to you, trying to sort of seduce you and distract you maybe from what you were focused on at the beginning of the week. I do feel like he represents a powerful distraction. It's like you know what you're doing, you know where you're going at the beginning of the week, but then midweek something happens and it's very distracting in many ways. So watching out for those distractions this week. And then end of the week, the question the Ten of Swords has for you is, what are you ready to give up on? Are you ready to throw in the towel on, like, a particular project or an area of your life? Is there something that you feel like giving up on? And where is it that you want to go with that? Like, where do you want to, what's the next chapter? What's the next step that you want to take? I think I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm just going to look again at these cards and see if there's anything else. Now, as always, I invite you to jump in and leave a comment and let me know what you think of these cards. There might be a particular card you're drawn to, or you might have kind of your own interpretation or something that really stands out to you. I'm just trying to make sense of these cards as a whole. I know I've read each one individually. It just feels like this is kind of a mishmash of a week. It's like a week of moving forward and things kind of unfolding quickly. So maybe areas that you've kind of been stuck in, they start to move, things start to shake, and things start to move and shake. But at the same time with the Ten of Swords, I do feel like you may come up against feeling a little bit stuck and a little bit hopeless in some areas. And then the devil is, this massive distraction that might be present kind of midweek. But it's asking you to really examine what it is that you are seduced by. What do you find distracting or seductive? What threatens to disarm you and take your power and keep you stuck and spinning your wheels? I feel like in many ways, these cards are kind of encouraging you to just do some kind of self-reflection and examination this week. But ultimately, you're moving forward, even if it might not feel like it at the time. You are moving forward, and I'm excited to see what cards will show up for us. Whoops, next week. All right. So thank you so much for watching. My name's Kate. You can find out more on my website, dailytarotgirl.com. I have lots of really fun tarot learning resources on there for you to check out. I've got tarot spreads, tarot meanings, exercises, and more. So be sure to check that out. I'll put the link to my site below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week.